Game Time with Boomer Esiason. Today's guest is the fastest man in the NFL. Five-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champion, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the NFL.
Today's guest is an all-pro wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs who helped lead them to their first Super Bowl championship in a half a century. To NFL fans, he's known as one of the game's most exciting game breakers. And to defensive coordinators, well, he's known as their worst nightmare. It's my pleasure to welcome the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs to Game Time. And Tyreek, good to see you. How you doing these days?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling phenomenal. Man, I'm very excited to be on your show. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure to have you on. You know, a lot of crazy things have happened this offseason. The first thing I want to get to is how do today's players feel about expanding the schedule to 17 games? It's hard enough already to get through 16.
Right, man. But I'm very excited about it. Plenty of more stats, so it could be the first 2,000-yard receiver, 2,000-yard, season for a receiver. So I'm really excited about that, man. So, I can't wait to see how everything unfolds.
How about Patrick Mahomes and a 6,000-yard quarterback? That wouldn't be too bad, would it?
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad either, man. So I'm very excited.
Your offense in the offseason, well, you went and rebuilt the offensive line. You traded for big Orlando Brown. That's going to be a welcome sight, I'm sure, for Patrick Mahomes. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif returns after opting out. So tell me, what did you guys think when you heard that the Montreal doctor opted out of your season last year?
You know what, man? We couldn't. Myself and the team, we didn't do nothing but support him. He's a great teammate, a great brother. He made his decision to go out and help people. Because playing. I feel like playing in the NFL. We only get this game for so long. So obviously, if you get a chance to help people outside of the game, it's bigger. It's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be able to do that. To set something aside that he really loves means a lot, so it says a lot about him and his character.
If I had him on my team and I was injured and I went to the doctors and the doctors told me this, I would go to him for an immediate second opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Did you trust him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We always do that. And Larry, he's so smart. He's going to give you terms. I always be like, Larry, could you put it in English for me? Can you help me out? Talk to me like you're my brother right now, all right?
I love the fact that an offensive lineman, that a wide receiver would go up to an offensive lineman and say, hey, man, can you help me out? Can you help a brother out a little bit?
I feel like, man, our whole team is just that close. I can go to somebody on the D-line, defensive side of the ball. It don't matter. Our whole team is close. So that's real good for a locker room. So, that's why in the past years, we've been so successful, because everyone is really that close. And when I say close, we hanging out on Friday nights, we doing stuff throughout the week together, we holding each other accountable, doing practices. If you're not going hard in a practice, I may say something to you, Patrick may say something to you, T5, 9-5, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Because we all want to be great, we all want to win. So,
if you guys are so close, how come nobody knew that Travis Kelce's last name was Kelce?
Man, hey, he never corrected us. It's crazy. I'm man, we really been saying his name wrong, for the past 6 years. Because I've been in the league 6 years and I've been calling him Kelce, for the past 6 years. I never knew it was Kelce. I was like, man, that's crazy.
I want to come back and talk to you about Jet Chip Wasp, which is the play that changed Super Bowl 54. So stay with us as Game Time continues right after this.
You're watching Game Time with Boomer Esiason.
Welcome back to Game Time. In Super Bowl IV, NFL Films microphones caught Chiefs head coach Hank Stram call 65 toss power trap, and Mike Garrett scored a touchdown against Minnesota's Purple People Eater defense. Now, fast forward 50 years, and every Kansas City fan can tell you about a play that
it's basically easy. we've been running that play ever since I got into the league, and the same message has been, said each and every year. Just run fast and break at 20, and so that's what I do. Going into that game, I watched a bunch of film on San Fran. I believe the safety was Jimmy Ward. He didn't really get off the hash, that much in previous games. So I knew I had an angle coming out high. So that's what I did. I took it high. Patrick and offensive lineman, they did their thing, gave Patrick enough time to throw the ball down the field, and I was able to make a play.
Did you feel like after that reception that all of a sudden the game had turned? Did you feel the momentum of that game turn right then and there?
Yeah, I did. The crowd got back into the game. The coaches, spirited. The coaches' spirits lifted up a little bit more, and the players they began to believe, and the tempo began to move faster and faster. So that's when everything started going in the right direction for us.
You were talking about not panicking on the sideline and Patrick running up and down the sideline. And I remember seeing the NFL films, a version of all that stuff about how encouraging he was trying to be late in the game where it seemed like you guys didn't have a chance to win. Look, in that same playoff run, you guys were down 24-0 to the Houston Texans.
Right.
So I would think that you learned something from that game that you could actually fast forward to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. The first game of the playoffs was real rough for us. I caused a few turnovers. Offense wasn't playing well at first. Defense was playing phenomenal, I believe. So just going into you would think that we would have learned something, from prior. But I guess we just one of those teams who like to play from behind. It gives us a little bit of a sense of urgency, some motivation, I guess.
Yeah, I would say motivation for sure. And it also helps to play with a Hall of Fame and waiting quarterback. And I can say that because I played the position. And I don't think I've ever truly seen anybody play the position the way that Patrick has played it since he's taken over for Alex Smith. In a couple words, how do you describe his demeanor on the field?
Over the years, he has changed. I remember my first time in the huddle with Pat, his first game, he was real quiet. He was real passive. Now it's when he comes in now, he's more aggressive and he just loves playing the game. For a guy to have that much talent and still wants to continue to get better, it's just scary, man.
They had
defensive coordinator did a phenomenal job of just game planning for us. Playing cover 2 the whole game, taking away the sideline, but we could do as an offense. So they had a little sneak peek.
So what did you learn from losing this? I know, look, it's difficult. My team went to the Super Bowl. We lost Super Bowl 23. I never got back there as a player. You were fortunate enough to go into back-to-back years, but it just goes to show you how difficult it is, especially when you were
a tough place to play. You got the Bills over here. You got the Titans, so you got a lot of good quality teams over here, who are real good. The Browns up and coming, the Steelers, so just for us just to make it, to me is just amazing. I'm blessed, we all are blessed, but if we would have won, that would have been the icing on the cake for all of us, so I feel for me, man, I can be honest sometimes, I just feel I wasn't I wasn't in Tyreek mode in the Super Bowl. I was just first time all over again. I was just admiring the cameras and stuff like that, mama mentality mode. You have to put 3 people on me to stop me. And I really mean that. We just got to hold ourselves accountable. Nobody showed up to play that day. There are ways that we could have made plays. So.
Well, I know one thing. You got the coach and you got the quarterback, the 2 most important ingredients. And what does the quarterback have? He's got a superstar wide receiver. We'll be back in a moment for more with Tyreek Hill.
You're watching Game Time with Boomer Esiason.
Welcome back, everyone. After losing Super Bowl 55 to Tampa Bay 31-9, Tyreek Hill's grinding my tail off ever since that loss. And I can sense, just by listening to you and listening to some of the things you've already said in this interview, that this is really the motivation for you guys is to get back there, and you have been working hard. So what are your workouts like? How hard are you working?
Man, you know what, man? I've been like really just working on my routes and stuff like that. I mean, obviously I'm strong, obviously I'm fast, but I feel like there are certain parts of my game that I just need to work on as far as like route running, releases, and just everything because not every team is going to play man coverage on me. So I just got to get used to like running routes against zone coverage, just like filling out different zones and stuff like that. Because I know like man coverage, like is you versus me. I mean, I can beat that all day, but as far as like going against like a cover two defense, like I actually like I'm actually still learning the game a little bit more, So that's basically what I've been doing, me and my trainer, and that's it. I mean, I've been spending time with my family, just trying to like mix it all in.
I hear you. There are several stories of where you got the nickname the Cheetah. I'm not really sure which one to believe. So I'd like you to tell my audience exactly where that nickname came from.
I mean, it just came from my grandma. I mean, growing up, like as a kid, my mom, she would call me Bo. Like, so everybody knows Bo Jackson. He's famous for playing like baseball, football, just being fast, track, all of that. So my nickname growing up was Bo. And then like once I got to like Oklahoma State, West Alabama, I started playing college ball. My grandma was like, you know what? You really the fastest player in the nation. Like, cause I just ran like a 20.14 coming out of high school. So she was like, I'm gonna call you Cheetah. So ever since then, I just been rolling with Cheetah. Cause I like Cheetah and I like Bo too though. Like Bo fits me because everyone in my city, that's what they call me. They call me Bo, and like everyone in KC, they call me Cheetah. So you can call me either one, Bo or Cheetah.
Well, if your grandma gave you Cheetah, I'm going to call you Cheetah. That's all there is to it. But by the way, I know you get these challenges all the time about who's the fastest guy in the NFL. You ran against Aaron Jones, you beat him. DK Metcalf now is calling you out. He's trying out or tried out for the Olympics, didn't make it. I mean, do you fear anyone in the NFL to be faster than you or no?
Oh no, I don't. I really don't, man. Look, I can be on year 20 right now, and guys still wouldn't be faster than me. You know why? Because I just don't like losing at anything. Like I'm that kind of guy. So, I mean, I work my tail off. I may be working on my routes, but still, I'm still working on being fast too. So I don't feel like anyone in the league is faster than me.
So we'll be back to work on our red zone drill with Tyreek Hill right after this.
You're watching Game Time with Boomer Esiason.
We're back with Tyreek Hill, who is not only one of the NFL's best deep threats, he's also one of its most prolific social media content creators. His YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok sites are always on the cutting edge. How do you balance the negativity that comes along with social media on top of all the stuff that you create and actually entertain fans with?
Man, to be honest, man, I really don't pay attention to it. It's all about having fun and just like putting out stuff that I really enjoy. I play football, that's my main focus. I play ball, that's my main focus. But I want to be able to like create movies and like be able to put people in better positions like someday. That's why I got a YouTube. That's why I got a TikTok, and that's why I got all these like social media outlets because I want to brand myself a certain way to people.
Now, is it true that you're actually coaching right now? Are you coaching in high school as well? Did you pick that up this offseason?
Yes, sir, I was. Yes, sir, I was coaching last year.
And how was that for you?
It was good. It was a fun time, man. The very first time I went, it was kind of awkward because like all of the kids was like, hey, can I get a picture? And I'm like, dude, I'm your coach, man. Like, treat me just like you treat every coach. Like, come up to me and ask me, hey, coach, how do I run this route? Or coach, hey, coach, what do you think about this play call? What's up? But going towards the end of the season, like things began to hone in and begin to like players were like coming up to me, asking me questions, like treat me like a real coach, So it was good. It was fun, man. Like I really want to be a coach, like when I'm done playing too, though.
Tell me about the Tyreek Hill Family Foundation that you were just playing basketball for, which I know your coach did not appreciate, said stop playing basketball, raise money, help people. What is your foundation doing?
So right now my foundation is just helping high school seniors go to like college, just giving them like a small donation, like $1,000, $2,000, something like that. But moving forward, I'm probably gonna moving forward. The Tyreek Hill Foundation is probably going to be helping homeless people because I feel like everywhere I go, like I see a homeless person in need, you know, and I feel like not a lot of people, you know, take the time out just to like hear their stories, you know. So I'm a guy like I can't hide from it. I've been through adversity, like I've seen it all, you know, and I feel like I feel like a lot of people have had a chance to like hear my story. So what I want to do is I want to take the Tyreek Hill Foundation, you know, go to these different cities, you know, and be able to like hear these homeless people's stories, you know, and just, you know, like see if I can just help them out, like see if I can get them off the street, you know, like so. That's what we want to move forward to.
That's the way you want to move forward to, and it's certainly a very important aspect to one's life is giving back, and it looks like you're doing that. I got to ask you one other question, and this is about these gloves that you're coming out with. You have great hands. You were born. God gave you great hands. When did you guys start needing gloves to make all these great catches? And I know you're coming out with your own set of gloves.
Yes. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I just wore gloves ever since I was in high school, and I've always just wanted to like create my own like, you know, brand, create my own gloves. So I guess the very last time I got fined like $10,000 by the league for throwing up the peace sign, I was like, you know what, man? How do I create something so I can just, you know, just do it and not get fined? So we came up with the whole idea of just putting the peace sign inside of the gloves, and it's just been going well ever since.
You know what? A peace sign's a pretty good thing, Tyreek. Our thanks to Tyreek Hill for joining us today, and to all of you for watching. I'm Boomer Esiason, and I'll see you again soon, right here on Gametime. Yo, Tyreek, I have a snitch in your locker room who told me that you could actually do a perfect impression of Patrick Mahomes calling a play. Is that true?
Man, I used to do that about 2 years ago, man. But nah, I don't do that no more, man. I can't do that to my quarterback because, I mean, I believe the last time I did that, like some of my targets like started disappearing, so I can't do that no more. I can't do that no more.
You know what? You learned very well, my man. You learned very well.